Welcome new subscribers. Swetha CVENV.
Hey, welcome back, my friends, to my channel Swetha CVNV. So, we'll be discussing regarding air pollution monitoring and control subjects. The second chapter called as effects of pollution. Okay, effects of air pollution. Before that, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Along with that, hit on to the bell icon. And you people can also connect to me on Instagram, where I have specified the ID name at the rate I'm Shweta Shwe. Okay, so let's start with the chapter. Majorly the contents: factors affecting the human health, effects of air pollutants on animals, effects of air pollutants on plants, and as well as to the economy. See, people can see here, this is due to the effect of acid rain, the monument from white it has become pale yellow. Okay, because of SOx, that is sulfur oxides content more in Delhi, so it has affected in a very severe manner, and recently it has got even repainted. But still, we have to take care of our environment. And people can see here also the pigmentation of the leaf is also affected due to air pollution and suffering of an animal as well as the human. So you people can get an idea easily that yeah, we do get respiratory problems. The major effect is breathing. Air pollution affects the breathing. Okay, so prior to it, we have already studied these things in terms of our previous videos, but still we are gonna in detail we are gonna read what exactly is like the type of pollutants in a short form and or in a brief manner had executed in your slides. That is primary pollutants and secondary pollutants, which are emitted directly, are primary, which are already present on the atmosphere and they are reacting together forming secondary pollutants. Example: volcanic eruption, motor vehicle emissions, and factories for primary pollutants. And for secondary pollutants, it is ozone depletion, photochemical smog, which is a permanent effect. Okay, so by human activity, the primary pollutants generated. Okay, and which type of pollutants we are going to generate to our atmosphere because of our industrialization, modernization, and urbanization. Okay, so you people can note down these particular pollutants, which is SOx, NOx, CO, CO2, VOCs, and PM. PM represents the particulate matter, SOx represents to the sulfur oxides, NOx represents to the nitrogen oxides, CO represents carbon monoxide, and CO2 represents carbon dioxide, and VOCs represents volatile organic compounds. So what do you mean by sulfur oxide, or how they are gonna be emitted? So usually SOx are emitted by industries as well as to the volcanic eruption, where a huge amount of gases are like liberated to the atmosphere, and also by the coal combustion also sometimes SOx will be liberated. What about nitrogen oxide? It is also emitted in higher temperatures, that during the combustions and all. It is also responsible for acid rain as well as to the photochemical smog. You please make a point of it. Okay, friends. So what about the carbon monoxide? So carbon monoxide is emitted from the incomplete combustion of wood or the coal, and also from the vehicular exhaust. Okay, so CO2 is a greenhouse gas, though it is present naturally in the atmosphere, but it is also emitted additionally by the combustion process. What about the volatile organic compounds? It has a methane gas, which also contributes to the global warming. What about particulate matter? It is formed or it is present in the atmosphere either in natural or by man-made method. It can be either in the solid or liquid or in the gaseous form, and also it may be present in the form of a dust or storm by volcanoes and all. Whatever is going to liberate your particulate matters are liberated into the atmosphere, and these particulate matters are also termed to be aerosols. Okay, okay. So what are the major factors affecting the human health? So they say that according to WHO, the air pollution is a major environmental risk to the health. Why they say? Because they have seen or estimated that 2 million premature deaths worldwide per year. Can you imagine 2 million premature deaths? by reducing the particulate matter. This PM10 and PM2.5 are very hazardous. I mean to say the dangerous pollutants. Okay, so by reducing the particulate matters from 70 to 20 micrograms per cubic meter can cut the air quality related deaths by around 15%, and that is going to help the countries reduce the global burden of diseases from respiratory infections, heart diseases, as well as the lung cancer. So you got to know, my friends, so because of the presence of these kind of pollutants, how badly a human health is going to suffer. You can just imagine what about the animals and plants. Okay, so in terms of sulfur dioxide and particulate matter, both are most important air pollutants. They affect the human health in a negative manner. Okay, they don't show a single ton of mercy, I can say. So sulfur dioxide reacts with the moisture content in the nose, nasal cavity, as well as on towards the throat. Okay, by destroying the nerves in the respiratory system and harming the human health. Okay, sulfur oxides, they not only sit quiet but also they react with the water in the formation of sulfuric acid. It plays an important role and brings the acid rain that may result in the burning of the forest areas, resulting in deforestations. Okay, so it's heavy disorder, I can say, disaster. Okay, fine. So in terms of effects of pollutants on animals, let's see. Animals or wildlife are vulnerable to form to get harmed from the air pollution. Okay, the pollutants include like the, that's what the pollutants which are causing the acid rain, or heavy metal like accommodations, or the persistent organic pollutants which are remained in the atmosphere from years together. They are going to form the toxic things to the animals as well. Along with that, they even say that the insects, worms, fish, bird, mammals, etc., which are present in our particular environment, they will get affected in their health in different ways. The fishes may die due to the pollution of the water, and if you consume that particular fish, then you are gonna get health disorders. Got it, my friends? So it plays an equally responsible. Okay, so we people are equally responsible for harming our environment as well as to the animals and the plants. So we need to minimize it more. And they also say that the animals and the plants are majorly easily prone to all these effects. For us it may take little time, but they will be affected sooner. So we have to show some mercy on those creatures, and we have to limit the emission out. Okay, then air pollution can also harm the wildlife in two ways. They say that is by either the effect of surrounding environment or by its habitat where it lives. For example, I had said the fish which is living in the water. If we pollute the water, then it will die because the food supply will get polluted and all, as well as the environment, breathing, and also majorly we all are in the same boat, I can say. Okay, so next they say that sorry for that disturbance. Okay, so all animals, despite their size, they can be affected by the pollution. The animals depend on oxygen the way we are depending on the oxygen for breathing, and when the air gets contaminated, the harmful gases and the particulates are inhaled. Got it? So, due to which, what is going to happen? The respiratory problems are going to occur. Experts agree that the pollution affects animals in the same way as it does humans, as I said already. The pollution that animals inhale can accumulate in their tissues over time, causing to their organs damage. Okay, see, it is persisting. Is persisting. These particular damages are persisting, you can say, for years together. Even if they die, also again they go to the mother, then again it will be somewhat. It has some interlinks. So these pollutions won't be ended in a normal way. So they say that for a particular movies they will be having a climax. For that particular air pollution there will not be any climax, I can say. So it prolongs prolongs for years and years and years. So not only do the animals inhale harmful gases from pollution, but contaminants are also observed through the skin and also from the food and water. See, I had even said the example of fish, right? Okay, so majorly we'll think about these things, how the acid rain, how the ozone layer got depleted and all. So in general we are going to discuss. See, acid rain, we'll see. When water droplets in the clouds combine with the acidic air pollutants, the water turns acidic. Once the droplets hit the ground, acid rain causes damage to the environment. Not only does acid rain harm the animals and fish, but it also kills trees. So only it has caused deforestation, my friends. So once the acid rain soaks into the ground, the soil becomes unfit for habitat and living creatures. You got to know how it is going to affect? Good. So thinning ozone layer, ozone depletion, how it is going to happen? So air pollutants like chlorofluorocarbons have been known to destroy the parts of the ozone layer which are present in fridge. Okay, so the located in the stratospheric layer, ozone is located in the stratospheric layer. We have studied in previously the layers of atmosphere. Okay, the stratosphere shields the planet from the ultraviolet radiations from the sun. Ultraviolet radiation harms the wildlife and it will damage the plants and cause skin cancer in humans. See, एक से दुगना, they say na, like that. Okay, so what about this particular global warming? How ozone depletion is getting, you got to know now, my friends, and how it may affect if it thins and all also you got to know. Let's see what are this global warming and how it is going to affect. The planet is warming due to global house gases, which includes carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and water vapor. These gases are released into the atmosphere from air pollution. So global warming is nothing but, see, even though during summer we do feel hotness, but even in other seasons if we feel the warmness, then it is termed to be global warming. Means that particular area is having more kind of greenhouse gases which are in turn gonna affect the health of the people, animals and plants, I can say. Okay, so we have to minimize these kind of gases eliminating to the atmosphere. So yeah, troposphere, ozone. Ozone molecules show up near the surface of the earth. Okay, so leading to the air pollution. When ozone molecules are near the ground, it causes damage to the lung tissues of the animals. Tropospheric ozone. So we know that that particular layer is near to our earth, right? So whenever the air gets polluted and all, it harms there, and when those ozone molecules, when they get polluted and then they reach to the ground and all, they may damage the lungs of the animals. They say lung tissues of the animals will get damaged, they are saying. So in all the ways it is affecting, my friends. So let's see how the effects of air pollutants on plants going to happen. The vegetation plays an important positive role in the atmospheric purification and air pollutant reduction. So only they say that plants many more trees to have a green environment, which will in turn protect you from all type of disorders or disaster, they say, right? So the primary producers represented by the plants are an important component in biogeochemical cycles. We know already as plants play an important role in making us respire well, that is due to the photosynthetic activity and all. In our school days people have learned regarding it, right? How the CO2 is going to be inhaled by the trees and how oxygen will be eliminated to us, and also we are like interlinked, so we need to take care of the trees as well. And the vegetation made exchanges with the part of the atmospheric gases by photosynthesis, respiration process, and the final stage of litter decomposition, which mineralization. See, so much of plants are helping us, so what we are giving them, so we need to take care of it. So there is now great concern that the air pollutants like sulfur dioxide, ozone, and oxides of nitrogen can alter the physiological process of the plants, thereby affecting the patterns of the growth. And the air pollutants which cause damage to the leaf cuticles and affects to matter conductance, so thereby the reproduction of that particular plants will get stopped, we can say. Okay, and they can also have a direct effects on photosynthetic system also. Okay, leaf longevity and patterns of carbon allocation within the plants, so people can see some patches on the leaves and all. because of these pollutions and all. So pollutants interact with other environmental factors, and they may also alter the plant environmental relationship on a regional scale. So depending on the type and the concentration of the pollutants in that environment, the plants or the animals are affected in a huge manner, we can see. Okay, so another thing we also learn in this particular slide, that is the deposition of pollutants from the air can affect the soil as well, and also to the site condition, and thus the condition of forest trees will be affected. Okay, and defoliation represents a valuable early warning system for the response of the forest ecosystem to change. This is particularly relevant as climatic extremes, which are predicted to occur more frequently in the relatively near. So what they are saying, actually, what does it mean? See, deposition or accommodation of pollutants in terms of the soils and all will also affect the surrounding land site conditions as well, and that may even in turn affect the forest areas. And deforestation is nothing but these things. Okay, so what is that deforestation? The leaf changes its colors and all, so that may in turn give us a symbol for us that if a leaf is showing this kind of discoloration or patchworks and all, then it is a symptom that particular forest is getting affected by that particular air pollution accommodation near that particular area and all. So we need to start taking care of the trees and all for that particular thing. So my friends, you can see that since ozone affected leaf decolorization due to these ozone molecules which are harmful, if they have entered, then it has given such a patchy things to the thing leaf. I hope you can see it, right? Okay, fine, so this is clear. So patchy works. And in terms of human, you see how it is affected. I will just read it out for you guys. Okay, where is my mousey? Okay, so here is our mouse. So some fine particles of particulate matter size of 2.5. Okay, what are the causes of polluting to the human health in terms of particulate matter in terms of 2.5? Okay, so it is the shortening of breath, wheezing, coughing, chest pain, fatigue. These things are caused breathing problems. Okay, ground level ozone pollution can cause difficulty breathing deeply, shortness of the breath, sore throat, wheezing, coughing, fatigue. Ozone can make these conditions worsen. Asthma and COPD, emphysema may also cause. Okay, and even here also fine particles can make these conditions worsen, that is cardiovascular and heart diseases may occur. Asthma and COPD can also occur. So these were the critical conditions where human may undergo if not treated properly. Okay, so let's begin with the thing of economic effect of air pollutants, how this particular air pollution will affect the economic thing. So air pollution already affects the human health, agriculture, as well as it leads to the range of other impacts, and these impacts are projected to become much more severe in the coming decades, right? So obviously, so we can see how drastically the flood is affecting, bushfire is occurring, and global warming increase, the climatic conditions also increasing. In some areas there will be no rain only, and there will be no yield, that agriculture farmers, they are suffering a lot, the soil will get infertile and all. So these are continuing day by day in a severe manner, so we need to have some control measures to take care of it. Like we should not eliminate more of that particular concentration of pollutants. So rising the emissions of air pollutants are projected to lead to higher concentrations of particulate matter, PM 2.5, and ground level ozone. So these two were again the majorly industrial emission has resulted. So only we had studied regarding it, how it is going to affect the human health over there, the breathing problems, heart diseases and all. So in several regions of the world, average concentrations of PM 2.5 and ozone are already well above the levels recommended by the WHO air quality guidelines. So they say that if PM 2.5 should be this much minimum value, and even ozone layers has to be some value which will be specified by WHO, that okay fine, this can be reasonable for the environment, it can take and it can purify it. But they have estimated that worldwide it is raising above the standards given by WHO. Means you can just imagine to which extent industrialization, globalization, modernization is making our mother earth get affected in all the ways. Okay, so my friends, they say that yeah, I think it has got repeated again. So the potential economy consequences of both the market and non-market impacts of outdoor air pollution are very significant and underscore the need for strong policy action. They say that for that particular reason only we have to do research work more, and we have to find one or the other ways to maximum decrease that particular concentration of the pollutants to the atmosphere. We have to decrease PM and ozone, as well as the SOx and NOx pollutants as well. Okay, so now we are going to discuss regarding how the air pollution has affected Taj Mahal. Okay, in brief it is, the Taj Mahal, as we know, it is a beautiful monument, right? So it has also got affected by the air pollution. As you know that Delhi is also getting more polluted, more of traffic issues and all, and the atmosphere is not so good over there because of that particular critical condition of the air pollutions and all. So what they are saying here, see, people can read it out that yeah, in fact, it is true that it has not suffered much outrage during its long existence, but it is good since the industrial era that is most threatened. So, before the industrialization and all, it was so beautiful and it was like safe enough. After industrialization, you people can know already that the Delhi Taj Mahal is okay, residing by Yamuna river, right, if I'm not wrong, my friends. So thereby the industrialization and all has been started, so moreover the industries are there. Okay, so due to which what is going to happen, they are going to release all their polluted water and all. After though treating, some minute concentration of pollutants will be there. Along with that atmosphere, they may release this tax and all. I have discussed in solid waste management chapters as well regarding these tax and all, how the pollutants are going to come by industries and all, right? So that particular pollution and all we see, so that particular concentration of pollution, when it is emitted to the atmosphere, it travels along the air, and if any monument it's going to strike, then it starts slowly implementing its action on it, and thereby we see the monument getting affected. So it is the acid rain that is the most dangerous for the monument. Indeed, the inadvertent emission of sulfuric oxide due to road traffic cause acid rain. So my friends, for the first time in India we had observed the acid rain in terms of Delhi only, and they say that due to the I have already said, okay, because Delhi is having more traffic things, right? Same like Bangalore, even they suffer of more traffic. So sulfur oxides are also emitted by vehicular emissions too, along with that industrialization and all. So what is going to happen, it is creating a reaction center over there, and that due to which has caused acid rain in that locality where the beautiful monument was present. Okay, and it got affected so badly, as previously has seen the pictorial representation, that the color of Taj Mahal had been pale yellow or the dark yellow. Okay, and it has worsened overall. So after that what has happened, see, the sculptures and incrustations of the stones were also like damaged, means it started eroding itself and all the monument structures and all. So for that particular thing, what they have done, they have taken, repainted it, and they have recreated, I can see, mean some or the other errors they started correcting it, and they started limiting the traffic zone over that particular spot. Okay, because obviously it's a like seventh wonder of the world. So due to which what is going to happen, visitors or the traffic will be more only that particular thing. So they had started avoiding that particular thing in limited manner, due to which at least our monument will remain happily for some other years to go, like so that's what we say, that your people have already seen the color of from white to yellow how it has become. And on the other hand, what they say is automobile pollution has largely been reduced in the sector, since no motor vehicle is allowed to circulate in the radius of 4 kilometers. See, as I said, okay, so they avoid all the things. So it is a early steps, we can say, to prevent our atmosphere from getting polluted. So it's a very good symbol that they are taking care, our government has taken care regarding these kind of monuments and all. Really hats off to the government for their responsible works, or the what we can say, like they are making it not get affected in a severe way, so they are controlling it at the beginning only. So it's really appreciable. So I can say big plots to uh, government. Okay, okay, fine then. Okay, so like these, they started contributing one or the other good things to our monuments. And also Indian government has also like given some of the ideologies to the people, how they can help our monuments to be good. So you can see, after acid rain effect, how our monument used to look and how it is looking now. Wait, I'll just zoom it up. White monument it is. It's really very beautiful monument. I can say, I can say, like, it's really a very beautiful monument. And after acid rain effect, it has turned like this. It feels really very bad to see such a very good monument getting decolorized from white to pale yellow due to acid rain. You people can also see the smoke accumulated at that particular spot, which is nothing but the traffic zone, whatever has occurred in between that particular place. So really very good. And we have to be thankful to the government, as they have taken very good decision in what we can say, in safeguarding our monuments. Okay, so really appreciable to the government. So they had made at least zero traffic, at least in this particular area, right? So that the monument will be safeguarded. Such a beauty. Okay, so thereby we are going to end up the chapter of air pollution monitoring and control, second chapter, effect of air pollution with respect to the plants, animals, human health, as well as to the economy. So if people have understood the brief explanation or brief concept regarding this particular chapter, I feel. And please do subscribe, like, share, and hit on to the bell icon. And also you can follow me on Instagram at the rate Anjata. I have already specified it again. And thank you guys for listening to me, and God bless you all. Be safe, be good, and love your environment the way you are. And take care.